In this episode, recorded in Tang Valley, Bhutan, I interviewed Tseyang Osel, a Buddhist yogini who has spent most of her 20s in solitary retreat in remote mountain areas. Tseyang tells the story of her childhood, the beginning of the inspiration to become a yogini, and her attraction to solitary retreat. Tseyang details the practicalities as well as the dangers of spending months in the remote mountains and the unique challenges of being a female practitioner in today's world. Tseyang also discusses her love of Vajrayogini practice, the effect of kye-rim naljor on the subtle body channels, themes of devotion and attachment, and gives her heart advice to those who wish to practice well. So without further ado, Tseyang Osel. Tseyang, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. I'm delighted to be talking with you today about your life and remarkable practice approach, actually. So perhaps we could start, as we discussed, with a bit of your early life. Can you say something about your upbringing, your childhood, etc.? What was the context of your upbringing?
Okay, thank you for having me in your podcast. Although I'm very new to this interview things, but still I will try my best to answer. It's like not a Q&A, but still then I will try to share about my maybe I can summarize the things, not because it won't take too long to share about my childhood. So I will share more about the Dharma path. So childhood and growing up things will be very short.
Of course.
Thank you. I was brought up in a middle class family, so in a small village, but also very near to town, small town. I went to school, but I'm not I didn't graduate. I'm just a high school dropout, and after that I came to Thimphu to do my computer course, but just for ups and downs I did somehow. And when I was young, being a Bhutanese, we are culturally Buddhist, or in that way, so we are more easy to connect with the Dharma thing. And also when we hear about the practitioner's life, it's a new, it's, although we are Buddhists, so that way I reached my teen. So when I was a teen, I had a very strong feeling of to be a practitioner. So and any so I can to be more easier to share the question. Any you want to ask?
Yeah, I can ask some questions as well, of course. I'm curious, do you remember, was there a particular event, did something happen that gave birth to you this idea to become a practitioner?
Oh yes, the particular idea is when I was a teen, and I had a very strong feeling to like I said earlier, strong feeling to be a practitioner, not in in monastery. but it's not easy, because being a teen and being a teen and being in a young age, it's very difficult to decide the things, and still then, though it's kind of like inspiration, right? Yeah, inspiration is like, it was like I wanted to be a practitioner, but I have no idea where should I start, So one time I met one tulku, yeah, it's should say tulku or Rinpoche, yeah. So he's also young, so I just asked to him that I wish to, practice in the mountains rather than in studying in this monastery. Then he was like, so oh yeah, and I again asked him like, so how to start to be a practitioner. And then he said to me like, yeah, it's not easy. Then I need I asked him also about like female practitioner whom I can look for, to inspire me and to encourage myself to be a practitioner, So that way, Tuku was saying me about Jisin Mela Reba, Jisin Lama Jisin we say. Then he said, that although he is a male practitioner, but his way of practicing touch my heart, and it does inspire me. But still then I was also like, asking him about the female practitioner. And yeah, like I'm not going to say all the story because it's going to be a long, but I will just pick an important point so that everyone can understand. And it's like one time he said about the Kando Sonam Palden. She is the consort of Paju Dugum, Paju Dugum. So she is a housewife, but she also practice, being with Lama Paju, So, and also he said about like first I just missed this setting. He said first about the Kanduish Sogel. Although Kanduish Sogel I heard from my early age, because she Guru, in every Bhutanese altar there is Guru Rinpoche's, Guru Padmasambha's statue, and in like right and left there is always like Kandu Ishi Soje and Kandu Mandarawa. So, but still then I was while I was growing, I was not really curious about who they are and what they do. That time I usually think they are like normal. Like nowadays we see yogis concert and these things. Maybe they are kind of like sometimes offering, dakinis. That while I was growing. So later, Tukula said to me, share about the Kanduish Soge in the brief way. And so, but the Kanduish Soge was a long, like centuries ago, and I just want to look for the modern, practitioner, especially female practitioner. So but although Kanduish Soge inspired me, and to encourage me, but also it was not enough. And later Tukula also said about like Jisin Tenzin Ma we usually call. She is the sister of the present, not present, like Desi Tenzin, third Desi Tenzin, I think. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, she really like touched my. She was young, not like nun, you know. She was a Kandori Sonopalden's biographies also touched my heart, but strong connection came from the Jisin Tenzin Ma. And yeah, every female have different stories. Female practitioner has different stories, but the Jisin Tenzin Ma is quite like 100 or 200 years within this. So then maybe it's like a the shorter the years we feel the connection, you know, we feel more connection. So the thing is, she also achieved the rainbow body, the Jisin Tenzin Ma. Actually, she was practicing 2 years retreat, you know. She practiced 3 years retreat, but she achieved rainbow body before that. Yeah, and they inspired me, though. Yeah. So after that, it was more easier for me to take decision, you know, decision on the like taken path, a joyful path, I should say. Like any questions?
Yes. Yeah. Of course. I'm curious. You've done many mountain retreats in remote places, alone for many months at a time. I'm wondering. There are many ways to practice. Yes, you can become a nun or live a householding life. What was it about mountain retreats that attracted you? What made you think this is something I want to do? And you've done it very extremely, in fact.
Yeah, it's actually it's less than what actually, you know, practitioner wish. We could wish more to be in like in mountains, but sometimes situations, sometimes those like in winter, you know, lack of like water, you know, water froze. Because of that, you know, I have to, you know, like come down, descend down. So yeah, still then. As per the perspective of the other people, then it will be more. But being a practitioner, I feel like it's so less. I still have long way to go, and I still have to stay in like very like remote mountain more and more, you know. So yeah, and yeah, like your question was what inspired me to practice more in the mountains. Yeah. It's like I have been I practiced almost 7 years in like 3 years in Taksang and 3 years in Pinaka, above Pinaka. So that is a retreat center. So that time, I was practicing still. Then it's there is a missing point, not from my guru's instruction, but from my side. Maybe something is missing, you know, because maybe like the place is, although I practice, the place sometimes, you know, place is kind of like not meant for the practice, you know, sometimes. So yeah, after 7 years practicing in like nearby like a Taksang and Pinaka, so I decided to go to a solitary retreat. Yeah, decided to go to solitary retreat, and also I entered to my guru about my ahead Dharma journey. Then yeah, guru was like, actually my guru doesn't say things about like you should not go, you should go. He just gave his instruction, that's it. Then I feel like, to share about my ahead upcoming practice to be in like solitary, Then yeah, I just started on 2018 to go on like high mountains, and then I started when I was in like right after hiking from the like base to up. It was like a different feeling, the more you climb, it's like everyone does this same feeling, it doesn't have to be a practitioner. Even like lay people, when they go up to the monastery or like climb mountain, they get more excited about the summit, I should say. So, yeah, the place. That way I was also excited, but my excitement is not really about the how place will looks like, nothing like that. But the thing is, I really wanted, I was really excited to practice on that place. How will be the result, if when after practicing in this kind of like place, especially in high mountains where there is no one. So yeah, then when I reached to my retreat place, that time I was like I made a like small hut in high mountain. That time I stayed there almost 1 year, and that hut, right after I reached there, without like practice, I felt like I found myself, yeah, that's the feeling, but I don't know exactly like what that feelings, what that moment throws these feelings, but I cannot express in the words. Then I feel like I found myself. I was so happy to be there. And yeah, after like a few days I started to practice. Then the more I practice in the mountain, the more I get excited, and the mountain itself encourage me and embrace my practice, and also I should say enhance my practice. Yeah, so practicing 7 years in that it's a mountain though. Even Taksang is very kind of solitary, but the being alone in the solitary high elevation mountains, it has a different feeling. The moment I practice, yeah. So yeah, so that after that I just, it's not a decision is already made, but after that it keeps on going. I had no plan to I want to stay like that, but I just, when time comes, especially in March, I go up, so in the high mountains, and this is kind of became like a routine, schedule, I should say, schedule. But yeah, and if I put this in other word, then it also can be a hobby, yeah, like in other, like especially like lay people can be called as a hobby, this like going up to mountains and doing our own thing, as it became like a hobby. Yeah.
Fascinating. I'm wondering, when you go up to the mountains, perhaps can you describe, how do you prepare? What provisions do you take? If you're there for a year or several months, how do you survive in terms of food and shelter and so on? That's the first question. And the second question is, I'm wondering if you encountered any challenges in the mountains, difficulties, perhaps with weather or health, or even do you get lonely or frightened in the mountains? Any dangers you encountered? So these two questions are, first of all, how to prepare and manage a day-to-day living up there, and secondly, any challenges or dangers.
Okay, first question. Yeah, foods and these things, right? And how I prepared my food and these things. Yeah, it's just simple food, especially every like practitioners, they go to mountains with the sampa, the barley or like wheat, I'm confused. Yeah, this sampa, it's grain. So yeah, I just carry some sampa, and yeah, if sometimes I can carry rice if I can able to carry. But then first 1 year I did I stayed in one place for a long almost year. So at that time it was very like comfortable for like my like eatables things, because it's in hut, and they can, like especially Nomad, they can carry my things up to the hut. Yeah, that in first year it was like a simple, compared to like living in the comfortable place, or like comfortable retreat place. It's much simple in the mountains, because although we get porter, but we cannot carry everything, just limited, and like limited necessary things. Yeah. So yeah, and then after 1 year, I don't wanted to stay in one place. Then my living style bit changed, because I wanted to stay in, if there is a cave available, then I can stay in the cave. If there is no cave, then I can pitch my tent wherever. So yeah, after 1 year, I started to practice. It's in a high elevation, it's in like high mountains, place to place. I don't stay longer in one place, because it's sometimes, even in mountains, sometimes there is herders, nomads, and this somehow it disturb like indirectly. So then it was, at that time I cannot carry delicious and those things, but I can only carry the tsampa, the like what we say, sampa, for sampa in English.
Sampa, I think everyone knows.
Yeah, sampa. And sampa, I usually carry sampa and some, if you like, I used to carry like small, like chocolate, for especially in the high mountains, our sugar level, gets low easily. Yeah, so I usually carry the chocolate and sometimes supplements, and that's it. So I can pitch my tent. Sometimes I can stay in a cave if there is, and I can also stay in a hut, if there is, like sometimes we can come across like this hut and cave, and sometimes there is nothing, but I always carry a small tent, which is very handy and lightweight to carry. So because I'm living in a modern generation, so still then I'm not equipped practitioners. I just arrange necessary things, and
I'm wondering if you have encountered any challenges or dangers in your various retreats.
Every new place, especially new place, whenever I go to a new place, I have to deal with a new face, and they are like completely stranger, and most of the time they are men, so I will be the only female. So sometimes that's challenging, but I overcome this challenging also, because men and female, it's like same, we can be like a friend. Why that way? Why I should get afraid of a man? So that way, first time when if they are like new face and female, then I have no fear, right? So but at that moment I thought, why should I get fear? We are all same, we are human. So that way I overcome this like challenging to deal with the new phase, and especially in this isolated place, I should say, in mountains. So and also like it's challenging being a female, to carry our own backpack. It's so challenging. I remember I cried a few times. I could not carry, and one time I think 2 times I brought some necessary things for longer stay, but after like few hours walk, I cannot carry. It becomes more heavier and heavier. And then I wanted to throw away, but I need it in mountain. It's kind of like tough, like hardest part compared to like challenging with the new people is like I can overcome. But this, that time, we have also practice on like this 5 elements things, but that time I didn't practice this one, so I have to depend on the food. Without food I don't think I can practice, because our ordinary body needs those outer things, water and food and this thing. We cannot survive from our inner, I could say if we have practice for a longer period and like particular practices, and to reach certain level, then I don't think practitioners can be like a Jisin Mila, just just enjoying the 5 elements and practicing. But it's that time, even right now, it's more challenging. But still, then I easily overcome now. Before, it's hard to overcome, the things which is very challenging. Yeah. And yeah, this and one challenging is like when we have even like going to the mountain. Sometimes we have to spend overnight at like in Nomad's place. So yeah, it was also not easy for me to ask to let me stay for a night, something like that, But still, then sometimes in that Nomad's what we say, the tent, there will be a man. So yeah, still then I have to ask, but they were. It's sometimes we human think so many like thoughts, and this brings fears to our own self, Actually, they are like more respectful and like very like shy, to talk to like not only me, for outsiders. So why I'm thinking too much about these people? Then yeah, I have like different challenges in my life, but I'm just making it short to understand. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Very interesting. You mentioned 5 elements practice, and as one progresses with this practice, you need a little bit less food.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you could talk a little bit about that. I'm also wondering what has been the effect on your practice in the being in the mountains. What has been the effect or result in your practice? What sort of practices have you focused on in the mountains? I know you have a special connection with Vajrayogini, right?
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what sort of practices have you done in the mountains? 5 elements practice, Vajrayogini, and what has been the effect these last few years of mountain retreat?
Oh, okay. Sometimes like some answers are to keep private. Yeah. And yeah, that way. So 5 elements practice is not like kind of suitable to share.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will talk about the Vajrayogini. Yeah, Vajrayogini plays like roles in every practice I do. She is always presence. Yeah, presence in myself, I should say, because we after done with our ngondro, and we usually have to go like stepwise. That time I also like did my first Vajrayogini practice for like 4 months. Yeah, then after that I felt so connected to Vajrayogini. Although she although I don't feel connected, but I have to practice anyway. Then after the more it's like the more familiar, like the more people are familiar, the more they become comfortable and they knows details, It's similar to that way. And the more I practice the Vajrayogini, and the more I feel the presence and the strong connections with Vajrayogini. Actually, Vajrayogini is our self, our own self, Yeah. But in my first practice, I had to say, like, I felt connection, but not a strong connection. But we have like particular practices. So in each practice, we have to, like, even in church, even in like meditation, we have to visualize ourselves, ourselves as a Vajrayogini, and Vajrayogini became part of it's like my soul, yeah, because always there, inseparable. So yeah. And then I actually one time practicing, although it's like Vajrayogini or like any deity, it's not enough. We have to do again and again to we usually, especially like being a practitioner, we usually get bored to do practice like again and again, that practice. We are more curious about a new practice, a new method and these things. But especially when comes to I'm like, it's what do I say, kye-rim, what we say in English, kye-rim,
creation stage, generation stage.
Yeah, generation stage. In generation stage, we have to be clear about the deity, deity, yeah. Without being clear, from outer appearance, or we have different ways to visualize, So that way, if we became clear from the outer, it automatically became clear from inside. Yeah, because our generally our body is connected with the soul. Yeah, that's like that. It's like our deity in beginning. What's it, kye-rim?
Generation stage.
Generation stage, yeah. In generation stage, if we became clear in generation stage, then it will be more clear in our channels. Yeah. So that's why we have to practice again and again until our this appearance of any deities became clear and familiar with each and every detail. Yeah. So that way it became so powerful, and it will help ourselves while we practice. Like Vajrayana is it's about Tendrel and what we say, Tendrel and the Tendrel and devotion, thereby devotion. There is so many, but the main is this. First thing we have to we need a good Tendrel, and especially for ordinary, because we have so many thoughts going on, and confusions and these things. So if that's why it's a natural thing for ordinary being to create so many things in their mind. So that's why while we are interdependently connected to the outer environment while we begin our practice. That's a Tendrel, if we start our any practice and we stay like that and sit like that, and if rainbow and also sunbeams like that, then we feel so connected, and it's a good omen,
Right.
it's a good symbol, good symbol. That way we enhance our practice, so that's why Tendrel also needed when we begin any new things. But if we reach certain level, then I don't think Tendrel and this thing needed, because each movement and every action is a Tendrel, because the moment we get realization, I think every moment will become the Tendrel, Tendrel, and everything is purification, Tangwa. We should say Tangwa, I think, So because there is no good and bad. So if there is no good and bad, I don't think we need Tendrel. So then Tendrel and devotion we need it. So that's why Vajrayogini practice. It's not necessary to be a Vajrayogini. It can be like any other deities. It depends on our practice. Some deities their practice based on Tara, So that way we have to do it's the more we art or craft, the more we do, the more our skill became good finishing and this thing. It's something like that. And the more we practice, the more the Vajrayogini's image, her clear appearance, shine inside our ourself, I should say. So so anything?
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's so fascinating. I'm wondering, you mentioned before that it was not easy to find inspiring female practitioners. That there are not so many stories, really, of those. Could you say something about being a female practitioner in that regard? I'm wondering, actually, in particular, did you face any challenges? I know people said to you, become a nun, cut your hair, or we won't give you this teaching, and this sort of thing. You encountered those kind of challenges, right? But you stayed true to your inspiration to practice non-celibate way, right, rather than become a nun. So I'm curious if you could talk a little bit about what that means to you and what it has been your experience staying with this way of practicing.
Okay. So it was one way is challenging, one way it encouraged me to be more focused on taken path, and what I'm doing. So it and it was there was a moment I thought I should not care about what people, what they say or how, it's me. I should decide myself. It's not the other people to live my life. So that way, even if you said cutting shave hair, it's not about like shaving hair and this thing, but the thing is I also shaved my hair actually twice or thrice, I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. I think thrice I think. And because no one forced me to shave my head, but I was willing to do because I wanted to experience how does it feel when I shave my hair, you know. Yeah, it's not like becoming nun or right after shave you become nun. Nothing like that. Yeah, I just want every like every journey is a new experience, and also I wanted to, you know, experience how it feels to shave. And also one time I noticed that I am very attached to my hair. Yeah, so because even in the middle of the practice, I usually check my hair. You know, it was in beginning of my practice, and I was like too much attached, and I just wanted to being this is the ordinary mind, you know, feel like if I shave my hair, then I feel like I'm going to dismiss or like shedding my attachment on hair. This is like ordinary mind's creation, you know. So that I thought, yeah, I'm going to shed this attachment on my hair, you know. Then that way I just shaved my hair, and yeah, it at that time, you know, I feel clean though. I feel clean without, and it was much easier task, you know. I don't have to comb, like, you know, but I didn't feel any special, you know, about like, you know, something like kind of like what we say, like kind of like some kind of like liberated, or I should say, I didn't feel that way, but I feel clean and this and but still then, you know, I just let go of these things, you know, like salt dissolving in the water, like that, you know, just because I don't want to stick on these thoughts. So yeah, after like growing my hair back, that time I was in my retreat, long retreat. So, and also after that time, what I notice is because sometimes we miss the things, you know, although we are, even our own face sometimes we like cannot notice, you know. Yeah, something like that. So my hair was growing, and yeah, then after some time I'm fine with, you know, I don't check my hair. So because maybe after shaving a hair, I find some this is a because our like ordinary mind plays in this kind of role, like, you know, because our mind think like, oh, I'm too attached to my hair, you know. So this thought, you know, after shaving my hair, I thought I shaved my attachment, you know. Yeah, that's why, you know, even though I check my hair that does things like before, but I cannot notice. So because our thoughts, our mind, you know, mind thinks, especially namto, that's called namto, you know. My mind thinks that like, oh, I already shaved my hair and also shed my attachment to my hair, you know. Now I'm no more. I have this strong thoughts in me that I already shed my attachment to hair. So that way, so I don't have to worry about shaving hair. I'm too attached to my hair, because attachment sometimes create by our own self, attachment, although there is no attachment. So that way, and after long years, almost 3.5 years, I also grown my hair long. Then I also visited to Bodh Gaya. That time there is a place called the Chitanamdadung, where Buddha has cut his hair. That place, without any kind of a strong reason, I just shave my hair there, because I wanted to feel the energy of the Buddha. He shave his hair there. So it's not like shaving hair doesn't mean that you become neon or something like that. Just to feel the energy and the blessings. That's I was saying, like, ordinary mind. In the beginning, we have to train this way. Some people may not like this kind of method, but being ordinary, first thing we have to be like to experience, we so that we cannot get curiosity about the things. Otherwise, how would be that our mind creates, then this distract on our path, on our practice. So I also shave my hair, and also I wore the rope, and rope. Right now I'm wearing danju. Then, although I wear a danju or like rope, I feel like it's comfortable, just comfortable. Nothing kind of like different, like any kind of like very strong kind of reason, nothing. I didn't feel that way, because although I can wear the pant, but now I'm comfortable in this. Especially pant shirts, I'm kind of like lazy to carry so many things, pant shirts and this thing. This the practitioners dress codes makes us easier when we travel, or because we have to only carry like just a change, and that's it. And like I hope I'm just answering as per your question, because like sometimes we missed, like sometimes in between I could miss, I think, the like answering the as per. Sometimes you might ask different questions, I might answer you different. So I hope it's fine.
No, it's perfect. It's very interesting, very good. I'm curious, I mentioned before about being a female practitioner, and I asked you what it has been like, in particular, being a female practitioner, if you feel you've had unique experiences because of that, or do you have any, I suppose, thoughts or advice for other women who also feel a strong passion or inspiration to practice like you have done? Do you have any thoughts or advice for them from your own experience?
Actually, I I don't I'm not a suitable person to advise, because I'm also in a stage of receiving advice and teachings, but I hope like any female practitioners, even male, because female practitioners can get encouraged from me, that can get encouraged, because we are both female. We are same gender, so if I can do, they can do, they that way, they should not lose their hope. But the thing is, we need strong determination, and you have to make a decision. Otherwise, without decision, we cannot move forward, I know that decision, especially to be a practitioner, it's not easy decisions. We have to it doesn't mean that we have to leave everything, but the thing is, first time you leave what you are attached for. Then later on, when, as I said about the hair, it's similar to that way, attachment, and so later on, you can find that your mind creates the attachment. Then you don't have to avoid oh, I don't need this one, I don't need this is disturbance. We should not suffocate ourselves this way. We should be flexible and be relaxed on our taken path, on the Dharma journey. When you practice, you just relax. You don't have to think about the I have my car, I have my house, or you don't have to think, just focus on your practice. So that way you will I should say you'll find your own answer about what is best for you. So and one thing, and I think even for male practitioner, seeing a female practitioner being in mountain alone, it will encourage more to male practitioner, I think, because they stay oh, I should go to mountain, or stay here, oh, I cannot do. Then if they see a female practitioner doing that, then oh, she's female, and when she can do, I should do better, this way they can get encouraged, because there is actually no female and male, we are it's interdependent. We have to blend together like tea and milk. We, being a Vajrayogini practitioner, we are what we say, tea and cup, So there is no difference between the male and female. So even male should do better, but because when you see the female practitioner practicing in mountain, and the male practitioner stay in the town or somewhere in very comfortable place, and they should challenge their self, so even male and female, they both can get encouraged from any practitioners. Even there is a male practitioner, nowadays we can see more, but female it's rare, but maybe there must be a hidden. So let's see, hope we will see many male and female practitioners in future, so that it will be like a sun and moon, I think.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for answering my questions. Perhaps my final question to you. I know in only 10 days or 2 weeks' time, you're planning once again to go up to the mountains, right, soon. And I'm wondering, could you say a little about what your plan is? And also, for your practice as you look ahead in the next months and years, what is your aspiration for your own practice in the time ahead?
Oh, okay. Yeah. This time, I'm going to, it's a new place for me, and it's one of the highest mountain in the world, I think. I guess, highest peak, should say. And I'm excited to be there and to practice now. Actually, this time I will be practicing one new particular practice. So that's why I'm more excited. Because of the new practice is going to welcome me, I should say. So, and what aspire me is because this will be a challenging route, I think. Because even a few of my friends, and also I talked to a guide, they said it's not an easy route, easy trail. So that way the more tough is, the more it aspire me to go there, and to do what will be the challenging is not a bad thing. It's very it encourage our practice. When without challenging, without hardships, I don't think any practitioner can be determined to stay in mountains, because after coming all the way to mountains, 3 days 4 days walk, and in this and the route, while walking we will face any challenges. So after reaching to mountain, so for me, I felt it's kind of what we say, this thought used to come most of the time, I came all the way from down, I had this kind of challenges, no, I should not waste my time, just working here and there, taking photos and this thing. I just take photos with my eyes, just that encouraged me and make me more determined to practice, even in night sometimes, because I only even any climbers, who climb the mountains, once they been there, they cannot go back, because they have so many challenges on the route, So same way, for me also, going in this solitary sites, it's more challenging, and sometimes I cannot go back to the place because of that. And also being a practitioner, one time, like I heard from my guru saying, even I read the Jason Miller's biographies, but I wanted to like say, my guru said, being a practitioner, we should not stick on the one place, because we ordinary being, especially our human mind, get attached to even with the earth, so that way it's good to, it's said by the Lama Jisen, so that's why I started to move around, I don't stay in one place practicing. I just go place to place. Sometimes I also, the mountain, some places are like very strong, and we get strong connection while we practice, our practice progress. So in that place I go back, how difficult it is,
Really?
Yeah. So some like two places I find this strong connection, and I go, however, like once in a year, for like week, yeah. And I think that's it.
Well, Tseyang, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for like giving me opportunity to share my like experience, although like I'm not good in like explanation, because I'm not familiar with this interview and these things, but still then my interview is going to like encourage any practitioners, so that's why I participate in your like podcast. And thank you, Steve, for like giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to another Guru Viking podcast. For more interviews like these, as well as articles, videos, and guided meditations, visit www.guruviking.com.